Evening, guys. Been a long time since I've gotten a video out, and I apologize for that. It's been really hectic around here. A lot of doctor's appointments and just different things going on, church work, whatever. But finally, this weekend, after church is over, we're going to be heading down to the Cape. One of the difficulties about trying to get work done on a little girl is that I live here in Vermont, 3.5 hours away from the Cape where my boat is. And it's just time and access. And when the boat's not right out in your yard and you got to drive 3.5 hours to get there, that doesn't make for a lot of work getting done. It makes for a lot of delays and even getting down to it. So anyway, but we're heading out on a Sunday afternoon, going to be heading for the Cape and looking forward to perfect weather. At least so far, it looks like it. Going to be getting a couple of days, temps in the mid-50s, and pretty much sunny for the time we're there. Now, Sunday afternoon when we get in, it's probably going to be raining, and of course, I kind of count on that Sunday afternoon for extra time to try to get things started. We'll see. We'll see. Hope maybe it'll clear out, but in the meantime, guys, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll catch up with you when we get on the Cape. Just finally, my goal on this trip is to get that deck completely sanded, done, completely sanded out, and if the weather holds, and it should, maybe get gel coat down. That would be absolutely awesome. That would be awesome. So we'll see. So anyways, guys, this is a preliminary short video. I'm just getting it out there, letting you know we're heading down, and looking forward to catching up with you when we get down there and I get back up aboard little girl. Hey, thanks for coming by. Hallelujah, we're on the Cape. It's getting late, but we still got daylight, and we've got nothing but perfect weather for the next 2 days. Monday, Tuesday, and the rest of today. Number one right now, I'm going to go get the cover off the boat, let everything be drying out, particularly that bow. I want that foredeck all completely uncovered, drying out, and we're going to get up there, and first thing tomorrow morning, I want to get everything completely sanded out and ready for gel coat. Whether I get gel coat on, I don't know, but I picked up some supplies while I was out, and we'll see where this goes. So let's go check out the boat. All right, Gary still hasn't come to pick up that old tarp of mine that I took off. But, oh yeah, that's looking sweet. Okay, let's go to the back, check this out. I'm pretty much positive that this thing didn't do a cave-in. Perfect, look at that. Let's take a look at the port. There we go. Yep, we're good. Awesome. So, let's get the bow uncovered first, because I want to get that all dried out up there on the foredeck, and then we'll maybe get back into the cabin tonight at some point. All right, so we're all uncovered. I'd forgotten I tried to do there were some little spots in here and there. I threw some more fairing compound on, and we'll get the sander out in the morning, get that done. This is the big main area right here. This is where I had that indent. And yeah, tomorrow morning I know exactly what I'm going to do. By the way, I bought brand new 60 grit sandpaper for my sanding block, my sanding block. And I'm going to get that traded out tonight, put some new stuff on, so that when we get to going up on this tomorrow, it's going to be doing exactly what it should do. All this area right here is almost perfect because I use that sanding block, and boy, I mean, that just really does a super job, super nice job. But this is, there's a little more to do here and there, but for the most part, it's great. All right, that's it. I'm gonna go get everything uncovered so I can get into the cabin a little bit later, and we'll be back to you guys in a little bit. This is the thing I set up last time. My brother loaned me, or gave it to me, I guess. This 3/4 inch PVC pipe is very, very flexible. And what I did is go from the back corner of the cockpit over here to the back corner of the cockpit over here and looped it up and over my ridgepole here. And by doing that, it held the tarp up and out from wanting to cave in up to that point, which is about 3 or 4 feet back from the companionway. Anyway, it worked, and it didn't cave in at all. And so let's get this thing all off of here and get down into the cabin. I want you to notice something. There's no water in any of this. That other tarp would condense. I had water in here every single time when I would use that silver tarp. And soon all nice and dry and clean. I cleaned this all before I left. So anyway, we're here. Everything's all set up, and the beauty is 0 chance, or I think the greatest percentage of chance for precipitation is maybe on Tuesday, and I think it's only like 5%. Between now and then, almost no percentage, no possibility of rain. So I'm just going to leave all this wide open, and I'm going to love it. So let's get down to the cabin. Okay, there's my sanding board that I just bought all the equipment for. Oh, it smells so nice and boaty down here. I love it. Love it, love it. Very nice. Okay, well, I think that's probably it for tonight. I brought the sail down with me. That's the other thing I'm going to be able to work on in the house. Sadly, I don't have hardly any room to work on my mainsail up in Vermont. I did put it out on the yard that one time when I took all the measurements, and I got those down. They're in my cell phone, but I don't really have any place. Let me get this light is right smack in the way here. Anyway, yeah, I brought it back down because I can spread it out on the bedroom floor down there and work on it. I'm concerned that old sail is just not going to do it. There's the fabric separating right near the leech luff, right near the luff, and it's not looking good. And so I'm going to start looking, and maybe we can find another sail for little girl. But in the meantime, I need to do some work on it and see if I can salvage it, at least for this year. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for coming down and being with me aboard Little Girl. We're finally back down here on the Cape. I'm going to get some work done. It's all going to be tomorrow, just back up on that foredeck. I am so wanting to get this done. I'm hoping I won't need to do any more fairing compound. Weather's fine. We could do it if we had to. But I'm hoping it won't be any more. It's just going to be sanding. And then we may be able to get some gel coat on. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by Restoring Little Girl. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, guys, we're back out here. It's about 9 o'clock at night. And just brought the electricity out here and plugged in my battery charger. I'm going to be here for 3 days, and I really, really want to try to get this battery up while I'm here. If this doesn't work overnight, I'm going to take the battery right out of here. I've got a full-size, regular car battery charger in the house, and I may just go ahead and pull the battery out and put it in the house where I can, use full-scale equipment. This is just a little kind of rinky-dink deal that I got at Napa Auto. And I think I paid about $12 for it. And if you leave it on here long enough, it does something. But otherwise, it's not all that great. All right, guys. Well, look, we're at it first thing in the morning, and look forward to some really nice weather tomorrow. It's supposed to be nothing but sunshine. High of about 52, 53, something like that. And it should be a great day to get some stuff done up on that foredeck. All right, guys, we're heading out. Going to go get some sleep, and then we'll be out here. See you in the morning, and welcome aboard, Little Girl. Well, I took the sandpaper off my sanding board last night, and it's shot. You can see, when it gets to the point where you can even see this plain paper showing through. This starts pretty well shot, but I bought a brand new 60 grit. And I'm going to get that on right now. get that ready to go for the day. We're still not in. We're before 7 o'clock already, or still. So I'm going to get this done before we go back out to the boat. On the way here last night, I also went by Home Depot, not only to pick up the sandpaper, but to pick these up. I've had this stapler forever. I love my JT21. It is just superb. And I went to look at Home Depot, and sure enough, after all these years, they still sell JT21 staples. So I'm going to load this baby up because that's what we're going to use to get the sandpaper on the sanding board. And just so relieved that they still make these. So let's get them going. So what I do, I get this, bend this up so that it creases right where I want it to at the bottom of the sanding board. Pull it back. Go ahead and staple the edge, and then I pull this up on the back side. By the way, this is very nicely butted one right up against the other, so there's virtually no distance between these two sheets, because I wanted that to be able to sand perfectly over the surface. Okay, and then back here, I'm just going to bend this up. You can feel it bending perfectly right around. That's one of the reasons I shaped this board this way. Well, that'll work, guys. All nicely re-sandpapered. Perfect. We'll get that up on the foredeck and let her do some work. So I'm so glad we got this little job accomplished. Well, guys, it's lovely up here in the cockpit, so I decided not to go down to the cabin for now. But I came up here. I've got my sander just out of the lazarette here. I'm getting ready to pull the electric cord out of the cabin where I've been charging the battery, and get going up on that foredeck. And I'm so looking forward to just trying to get this all done. Anyway, meantime, the wife has run off to oh, wait a minute. I guess she's preparing a lesson for a ladies' day that she's got to go to. Later on this evening, we're going to be heading down for Seafood Sam's again. Looking forward to it. That's always a highlight when they open, to get down there. And this is a clam strip night. And clam strips are $2 less than they are on a normal basis. And hey, I know, I'm just telling you all this stuff. You don't need to know all this stuff. But it's one of the delights of being down here. Believe me, we've got no place up in the valley, up in the hills of Vermont, where they have a $2 off clam strip night, okay? So we take advantage of it when we get down here. All right, guys, I'm going to get up on the deck. We'll see you there. Start here, starboard to center. I have a bunch of fairing compound and just little patches here and there to patch up some little spots. I'm going to get that done first, and then I'm going to move to starboard to port over here, and that's where I got the big patch that I've really got to work on. So let's go ahead and get this started, and we'll kind of get this finished up first. Feel this. Okay, let's got to go down some more. Okay, let's see. I know where we're That's better. I'll tell you what. Just when I think I've got everything done, I could probably throw some more fairing compound right in there and smooth it up. It's always a pain. You just end up chasing these little divots and so forth, and I hate that. This one's almost gone now. That's almost finished out. All right. All right, well, I'm going to work some more on this. Okay, that's it for starboard, guys. I'm going to have to do some editing here, but anyway, yeah, that's it for starboard. I think we're good. We'll come back later and hit it with my brand new, newly sandboard here, whatever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to come back later and get it over here. In the meantime, this is what I got next, right there, that big old patch. And we're going to get over there on the port and see what we can get done. I don't know if you can see this with all the sun glaring on it. This was the low spot right here. And I tried to fill in that much as possible and kind of feather it out. But in order to get a really good look at where we're at with this, I've got to start out here, get all this peripheral stuff off, and then work in toward the center to see where we're actually at, because this is your flat here and out here. And so I need to put a straight edge across here and see whether we've actually filled this up enough or not. So anyway, I'm going to be working from the outside in to try to figure out where we're at with whether or not we've got enough here in the center. And with that, I'm going to just get started, and I'll set this up so you can watch. I don't know how much people need to watch this, but I'm loving it. Finally getting this stuff done. Let's see if we can... Okay, it's time to put a new sanding pad on that. Even though it's still got some bite to it, I'm going to get a nice fresh 40 grit. This is a 40? This can't remember. Can't even read it. So yeah, that's 40. So we got a new one. I got them right over there, so I'm gonna have to stop this for a minute. Well, good news. Made a lot of progress here. Probably gonna have to do one more very small batch of fairing compound up there where the indent is. But other than that, it looks fantastic. All this area back here, just in front of the cabin to port, is all coming out very nice without having to put any more stuff in it. Just need to continue using my my fairing not fairing compound, my sanding board, and that'll clean up very nicely here shortly. But in the meantime, I have good news that Ryan is coming over. My good friend Ryan, man, he's been such a blessing to my life with all the help he's given me on many things, and including knowledge of this boat, because he used to own it. So very cool. All right, so he's coming over in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I've got to get my dustpan and my little broom and try to get this deck cleaned up to where it's visible and he can take a look at it. I'm anxious for him to see it because he hasn't seen it in a long time, since almost since the night that he helped me cut it way back when. That was 2 years ago in November that we cut this deck, and I ripped all the garbage out of it, and this is a brand new deck compared to what we started with that night. So all right, he's going to be over. I'm going to get busy here and try to get some things fixed up before he gets here. All right, bye guys. Ryan came over, and good news, I've been liberated. I know that sounds weird, but Ryan has done this a whole bunch over his lifetime, and I was being really so picky. So I'm gonna have to put some more fairing compound in there. And he said, Randy, do you realize that by the time you get done, By the way, and at this point, I'll just tell you what I'm going to do. But on the basis of things he said, I'm going to sweep this, I'm going to acetone this, and I'm going to either prime it or gel it, one or the two. The point is, by the time I get done putting the coatings on this, you see, right now it looks uneven because of the, you got the model of the greens and so on and so forth. But by the time I get done with all that, he said, you're never going to see that. And by the way, this is full now. This is now level all the way across. Perfect. What I did the last time by putting that whole bunch of fairing compound in there, it worked. And so now we're just level again. So anyway, after lunch, I'm going to go get some primer, and I'm going to clean this thing with some acetone. I got my cans waiting right over there. And I'm going to completely clean this with acetone, maybe a couple of times. And then I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and put a primer down and just kind of see where we're at. And then if everything looks good, we're going to go on to the gel coat. And guys, we'll be hopefully, Lord willing, we'll be gelling by the end of this trip. Or the deck will have been gelled by the end of this trip. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. All right, gonna go grab a bite to eat, and then I got to go up to Home Depot and get some primer. I got a couple of those little trays to put the paint and the gel coat in, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, guys, I'm back from Home Depot. I've already acetoned this once. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Got a couple of paint trays. Got my primer. I'm gonna do primer instead of gel coat right now. I want to go ahead and do a primer on this first. Anyway, but I'm going to go over everything again with the acetone. Then after that, I'm going to put some 2-inch tape on the toe rails, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And yeah, got some work to do. I'll let you know when we get started on the paint. Well, guys, that's it for this trip. I just want to say thank you for stopping by Restoring Little Girl. Look forward to the next one. We make some big steps in the next one. I'm really kind of looking forward to getting that one done up too. But for right now, this is where we're at, and this is a good place to stop on this 2-episode adventure. And so come on by when you get the next one posted and see what gets accomplished, because finally, Little Girl is beginning to look like we may actually eventually get in the water. All right, God bless you guys. Have a good one, and we'll catch you next time down.